what cadence are you aiming to keep on longer climbs like the back of Falls or Mount Buffalo? Okay, so Mount Buffalo and the backside of Falls are two totally different climbs because of the steepness of the gradient. Buffalo is, the average gradient is about 6%, and the backside of Falls, the average gradient is, I don't know what it is, but it's just nasty. So the cadence is going to be different for those two climbs. The cadence that you're going to be riding up is going to be related to obviously the gearing that you've got, how fatigued you are when you get to that climb. But ideally you want to keep, you know, for example, and also the makeup of your body muscle, you know, the makeup of your muscles. So if you're a heavy rider, strong muscles, you're generally going to be driving your bike more with your strength, so your cadence is going to be lower. If you're like me, a bit wiry and skinny, then you're generally going to use your aerobic fitness to drive your bike up the climb at higher cadences. That being said, I actually naturally climb at about 60 RPM, you know, 65. When I get to 70, I kind of feel like I'm on top of it. So that's great, you know, for me. And it depends on the gradient. I find that, you know, around 6%, I'm about 75. When the gradient increases, I generally find that I have to muscle my way up it, and I've got to drop to 60. So you've really got to find what's most efficient for you. That being said, when you're out training, do practice different cadences. And obviously earlier on in the season, you know, you want to work on lowering your cadence a little bit, riding on 1 or 2 gears harder than you would normally ride, just to build up that strength, as long as your knees are fine with it. If you start getting knee pain, then don't do that, all right? So I'm sorry I haven't specifically answered your question, but a lot of it's got to do with your physiological makeup and where you're at with your cycling. But it gives you a bit of a guideline on it. Just remember though, that if you're on shallow gradients, if you're spinning up the climbs, then and you're driving the bike more aerobically, you actually get less fatigued. And it's interesting to see some of the research coming out that when people either switch to compact cranksets or they get compact cranksets with, you know, big dinner plane gears, and they spin up the climbs, they generally do personal bests. But you need to find out whether that works for you. If you're a big, strong, muscular sort of guy, spinning up a climb may not necessarily be the most efficient way of getting up. So just trial a little bit and see how you go. Strava is a fantastic way to measure that using your Strava segments to see that, and do a little bit of testing yourself to find out what works for you.